What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Now, on with the show. Today on the program, interesting facts. I read an article, I become an expert. Interesting facts. Babies blink less than adults. Did you know that? I like the little babies. Oh, they're so cute. The average adult blinks about 15 times a minute. 15 times a minute. Blink, 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 blink. Whether to lubricate the eyes, clear unwanted irritants, or refocus attention. Babies, on the other hand, blink far less often. Only 2 to 3 blinks per minute on average. So why do infants blink less than adults? The answer may lie with our brain's dopamine levels, which control human blinking. Scientists initially made connections between this feel-good neurotransmitter and blinking because people with schizophrenia, who usually have excess dopamine production, may blink more frequently. The inverse is also true. Parkinson's disease, caused by damaged dopamine-producing neurons, makes people blink less often. So a baby's infrequent blinking may be a clue about how the brain forms after we're born, showing that a baby's dopamine system is likely still forming and thus impacting blinking frequency. However, dopamine production is only one piece of the mystery. Scientists also theorize that because a baby's eyes are small, they likely require less lubrication than adult peepers. Blink, blink. Babies may also blink less often because it's actually pretty demanding to be a baby, requiring more active attention to gather the necessary visual information for survival, and thus leaving less energy for blinking. So while babies may seem like pint-sized layabouts, they're actually putting a lot of work to become functioning and frequently blinking members of society. More tidbits of information. Years ago, animals evolved the ability to blink 375 million years ago. Percentage of waking hours humans spend blinking, 10 waking hours. 10% of their waking hours, they're blinking. Blink, blink, blink. Average number of times a person blinks in a single day, 16,800. Number of studio albums by rock band Blink-182, 8. Even more info to make you the smartest person at the dinner party. Blinking neurologically resets our brain. Blinking is vitally important for the healthy upkeep of our eyes, but it also gives our brain a much-needed rest throughout the day. In 2012, scientists from the University of Osaka observed participants as they watched a television show by recording their blinks at 600 frames per second. When the TV scene changed or actors exited the frame, subjects would often blink. Scientists theorized that this blinking activated a default mode network, causing sections of the brain associated with attention to temporarily shut down. This brief mental reprieve explains a variety of behaviors involved with blinking, including why humans tend to necessitate far more than mere lubrication requires. Blinking essentially allows the human brain to refocus. And this momentary suppression of attention, which also switches off the visual system, is why humans have little to no perception of blinking at all. I don't know how many times I blinked during this episode. Maybe you can count. Drop me some comments. Like, share, subscribe, and stick around for more. I'm finding some interesting facts and history and all kinds of things. So, stay tuned to What Makes You Smarter. That concludes this edition of What Makes You Smarter. If you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. It's interesting conversations with people just like you. Or maybe people not like you. Everybody's got a story. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Smarter. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.